Hello everyone, my name is Inks. Welcome to my first Draw and Talk. Honestly, this is so exciting. Ever since I was little, I wanted to make videos like these, but never tried it out. But now here I am. Today I'm drawing the Elder Mimic, which this is posted on my Instagram. Due to me drawing this, I thought I should talk about horror. Very creative, I know. I want to start off by saying I still feel new to horror, even though I've liked it for some time now. My earliest introduction to horror was mascot horror. Games like FNAF and Bendy were my introduction to that, but I have always liked those games. True horror, like slasher films and classics, I more recently got into. I only started liking those types of films due to me also starting to like metal music. Ice Nine Kills was the band that really pushed me to explore new things, which I love from them. Now, analog horror I got into when Mandela was still in production with Volume 1. Pretty sure that was made in 2021. Analog horror, I find, has some true gems. I love horror movies, don't get me wrong, but I've watched more analog horror than horror movies, I'm pretty sure. I got into it before I got into horror movies. My favorite analog series currently, right now, is 100% Vita Carnis. I discovered it from Immortal Marcus, awesome YouTuber, by the way. I love the way the series is paced, and I love the creatures. The story is going in a very interesting direction right now, which I also enjoy. I really can't wait for what happens next. And I have to bring up that this series actually jump scared me. I don't really get jump scared at analog horror since it doesn't really scare me, but Vita Carnis, it has beat that for me. That's what the Mimic, believe it or not. The Mimic can stalk their food, aka humans, can hide in a human's house, and disguise as one? That's terrifying. Oh, and Elder Mimics, they're freaky. They literally form due to having a large amount of food. They are even stealthier than a regular mimic. They can stalk a prey for weeks and not pounds. That scares me. I know it isn't real, but if it was, I would actually cry. That's how you know a series is good. Someone is thinking about how they would react if it was real. It's good. I drew the Elder Mimic just so I could deal with my fear better. I love and hate this creature. The other creatures in Vita Carnis are pretty interesting too. I also really like Trimmings. They're not hostile. They're pretty chill creatures. They kind of look like furless dogs with no eyes or ears with red flesh. In the Vita Carnis world, people own Trimmings as pets. I find that kind of funny, but also cute. There's this clip from the pet training video for Trimmings that I find so hilarious. The owner throws a ball at the Trimming, though it does nothing, just stays in its spot. I love that clip. Trimmings also like radios, but that's due to them being able to connect to other Trimmings and other creatures of the Carnis that way. Very unique. Trimmings overall, in my opinion, I find to be chill with me. I wouldn't own one, but I wouldn't be scared of one. They're pretty weak anyways, and skittish. It makes me actually sad for them too, because they get experimented on in Season 2, along with other Vita Carnis creatures. The Carcass is an organization that started due to the rise of the Carnis. There's more details about them that I suggest exploring on your own. But anyways, Carcass takes down a cult and captures the different creatures to experiment on. The Trimmings are tested to see how a Trimming reacts to certain sounds. But the poor Trimming tested on, man! They play like this really loud sound and spray water on it as a way to see how it would react to doing something wrong. It's actually so sad to see this thing screech depressingly, then try to back away with fear. Like, no, leave it alone! I know it's a test, but come on! Though it is cool to see that a Trimming can learn from one another by communicating to another very fast. So fast, actually, that some Trimmings outside of their facility in the woods could react the same way. It's fascinating, really. The way the story shows the creatures all have ways of communication is awesome. Their main way of communication is radio waves. This can be seen with the Trimmings staying by radios to hear what another creature is communicating. Mimics can hear the radio waves so they know where their prey is at. Singularities we just found out recently, I think, use the radio waves to communicate with another as well. That and some singularities can speak English, which is wild. The fact that in the series, one of the singularities actually talks to the Carcass employees is amazing. I loved seeing that plot twist. It actually had me baffled because I never thought that they would be able to speak to humans. But since these creatures, and I mean all of the creatures of the Carnis, are so smart, I shouldn't be surprised. I've only basically talked about the mimics, trimmings, and some singularity stuff, but there are more creatures I could talk about. To me though, they haven't caught that much of my attention. They're great, just not my favorites. Like, the host would be more of a species I enjoy if I learned more about it. Editing angst here. While I was in the middle of making this video, I found out that the host plush is out right now. So there's a plush for the host. It's only live until August 23rd, and you can only get it like now until August 23rd. So I don't know, I suggest getting it. It's kind of cute, and plus you would be supporting the creator of Vita Carnis, Darian Kulai. I can't. I'm sorry. Yeah, I suggest getting it because it's kind of swag. Anyways, back to the video. The host is a creature that is rooted to the ground and uses air spores to make a victim sick. The victim/prey is usually humans. Humans, if sick with spores, experience some bad symptoms and really want to leave the house. If they leave, they go to wherever the host is, get on their knees and expose their body, then let the host unalive them so it can eat. It's a cool creature, but it's the fact that it's so unexplored. I get the reason for that is because people in the universe don't want to get close to the spores. And I also know that in the series, a food product was made from the spores, which made people really sick. I just still don't really care about the host right now. Maybe in the future, but not currently. My opinion on the other creatures is kind of eh. Crawl is kind of boring, but that's just because that's how the creatures are born, essentially, at least how I remember it. Meat snakes, I can't take seriously. They are literally called meat snakes. They are this long creature that kind of looks like a slimy flesh. I don't know, I really can't take it seriously. Harvesters are very interesting, but when I learned there's a way to get rid of them, I kind of got uninterested. I really don't know why that was the reason I stopped liking harvesters due to that, but yeah. The last one is monoliths, which also we don't have much lore because the people in the universe don't even know much about it. The creatures honestly remind me of this thing called bear. It's on Roblox, but their heads kind of remind me of that. Well, that's all for today. If you want to check out any more of my artwork or learn more about me, my socials and straw page will be linked in the description. Also, if you enjoyed this video about Vita Carnis, the official playlist for the series will be in the description. I would like to shout out to the creator Darian Kulai. Kulai, is it? Kulai? I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. Please always support the original creators. Like, subscribe, and comment on what you would like to hear me discuss next. Bye for now!